Hi everyone, welcome back to Organism of the Week at the Bean Museum. This week's organism can weigh 4,000 pounds, can have teeth that are 3 feet long, and it has a mustache like Friedrich Nietzsche. Can you guess what it is? It's the walrus. Walruses are big marine mammals found in the Arctic. That means as fun as it would be, they don't share their habitat with penguins, which are only found in the southern hemisphere. Walruses are part of the pinniped or seal family, and they're one of the largest members, only after the elephant seals. There's only one species of walrus, but it is found in 3 separate populations around the Arctic Circle. Walruses can swim at speeds of up to 22 miles an hour, but they usually swim much slower. They like to dive in shallow waters to feed on shrimp, crabs, tube worms, soft corals, tunicates, and sea cucumbers. But their favorite food is bivalve mollusks, like clams. After prying open the clams just enough, they create suction power by pulling their tongue back in their mouth, allowing them to slurp down the tasty insides of the clam. Walruses also make use of their beautiful mustaches when they're feeding. A walrus has 400 to 700 vibrissae, or whiskers, that are extra sensitive, kind of like the whiskers on a cat. Walruses don't use their mustaches to coach in the Super Bowl, they use it to feel for their food. When you're grabbing things with your face underwater, it kind of helps to be able to know what's right in front of your face. Another thing that makes walruses special is those massive tusks. Their tusks are actually their canine teeth, and these canines make saber-toothed tigers look a little bit like kittens. Both males and females have tusks, though the males' tusks are usually larger. Males use their tusks mostly in combat with other males, but both sexes will use their tusks to haul themselves out of the water easier. They'll also use these tusks to hook onto large chunks of ice so that they can float around without expending any extra energy, lazy river style. We had somebody submit a question online about the walrus. They asked, do walruses ever break their tusks, and what happens if they do? That's a great question. Yes, walruses can break their tusks, though it doesn't happen very often. Usually it happens in males, since their tusks are larger and they use them more often in combat. Tusks can also get fractured in both sexes when they are used to break through ice. The tusks will grow continuously throughout the walrus's whole life, since they're teeth, kind of like a rodent's incisors. So if part of one tusk breaks, it will regrow, but it will permanently be uneven with the other tusk, kind of like this guy right here. Walruses are very social animals, and they can live in groups ranging from a few individuals to a few thousand. Group sizes are the largest between January and March, when mating usually occurs. Mother walruses have a super long gestation period lasting 15 to 16 months, and then after that 3 to 4 foot baby walrus is born, they nurse for about a year. The calves are precocial, meaning that once they're born, they can start moving around immediately. That's helpful when you share a habitat with hungry polar bears. Other than polar bears, the only other natural predator of the walrus is the orca, or killer whale. Historically, though, humans have been the most dangerous predator of the walrus. Walrus populations almost crashed completely due to commercial hunting, but they have since rebounded, because walrus hunting now is limited only to a few indigenous groups. So if you do have the time to go to Alaska, you can still see them in the wild. If you don't have time to go to Alaska, come into the museum and talk to somebody wearing a green shirt, and you can get one of our custom walrus bio cards. Also remember to visit our website and submit questions about future organisms of the week. Next week, we'll be talking about dwarf seahorses. See you then.